Divine Landscaping here. I want to share with you guys my journey as a landscaper. I'm going to share with you the ins and outs, the ups and downs as a landscaper. And I pray that my YouTube channel go to the next level because I'm going to upload daily vlogs. So if any of y'all interested, please subscribe and please follow me on this journey. About me, I'm going to share with a little bit about me, probably a lot about me. About me, I'm 45 years old. I'm in the Midwest. I'm a family man, a husband. And also, I'm sure my journey's with you. I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. I used to be a CDL driver. And people say CDL driving is good money. And then some people that's been doing it for a while, it's not good money. So for me, in my experience, it was good money at the time when I started becoming a CDL driver. I was always gone from my family. And I got married, and then when I got married, we already, my wife already had 2 kids, and I married my wife. I also married her 2 kids and stuff. And also we had a daughter together, and now, of course, more heads means more income. So about me, the reason why I became a landscaper, guys, is because that I wanted to be more comfortable in doing what I like to do. And I feel that you should do what you like to do, guys. If you don't, it's just going to hurt you, guys. When I was working for somebody else, I was always stressed out. I was never happy. I was bringing that from work home. And it was making it even worse. It was making it even more stressful because I would not turn it off. I'll just bring that nonsense home. And I was affecting my family at home, including my wife. And my daughter and my sons was like to my wife, telling her that, Dad, he always upset when he comes home, or he's never happy. And when I heard my wife come back and tell me that, and my answers is always no to my sons when they want to go out and hang out. They always say, hey, can I go? No. As always was that. And I didn't realize that I wasn't hurting not just me, but I was hurting them and my whole family because I'm the head of the household. So that makes me the head. And with the head, they follow the head. And so I had to better myself. And I said, what can I make better choices? What can I do to make a better decision? So I prayed about it. I said, Lord, guide me to the right decision. And so, I said, what do I want to do? I want to get out there and service the community. I want to be a person that can serve the community and provide for my family. And so I ended up becoming a tree arborist. And then after that, I got into landscape because I want to be able to do it all. I want to be able to tell what kind of grass you got. I want to be able to tell what kind of tree you got. I want to be able to name all the plants in your flower bed, which I started to learn, and I'm learning it. And I just started memorizing one plant at a time. I just said, okay, that is a boxwood. And I look at the boxwood and I memorize it for a whole week. This is how I remember. I was like, there go a boxwood. That house got a boxwood. Okay, that boxwood trimmed up. So that's how I started learning to become a landscaper. I had to have a repetition of each plant. And then back to me becoming a before I became a landscaper is I was also wanting to become a landscaper because when I was working for somebody, I was limited. I was limited working for somebody. And I'm going to share with this how I was limited. I'll work a job when I was a CDL driver. Whenever a position come open, they all try to apply for it. It's like a battle. It's like a big challenge. Everybody apply for it. Everybody. And some of the people that's been there that's been there long, apply for it. So I felt that I could have got the position because I had seniority. I've been there twice as long than anybody else. And I met the criteria, had the credentials, and I met all the requirements. And I didn't get that position because it was for me to better my family. And so they said somebody else got it. And the person that got it came off the streets, no experience. Some of y'all can relate that's listening to this video, no experience. And he's got the position. Came off the streets. And he didn't stay long. He only stayed for maybe 6 months, 8 months, right? And of course, I was like, okay, I didn't get the position. I met everything, but I didn't get it. So the position came open again. I tried it again. Didn't get it. They got somebody else from the streets, off the streets, no experience. And I was thinking to myself, like, man, this employer should know by getting people off the streets, they ain't gonna last long, especially somebody that's single, no kids, and that are young, because they can see better opportunities somewhere else and they'll go. It's an in and out versus somebody that's a veteran, that's been here for a while, that's got a family. You know, I figured they would look at that, but they didn't. So another position, a third position came open within my branch. I could have applied for it, but I would have been working long hours. I would have been less home, less time with my family, and I would have been more stressful. I would have brought all that negativity home. So I had to figure out, I prayed and I said, Lord, what you want me to do? And so landscaping popped up. He said, become a landscaper. And when I first got my first client, I was scared. I couldn't even hold my words in. I couldn't even hold my words correctly because they was asking me questions. And so, of course, I underbidded a lot of jobs where I should have, now as me in landscaping going on 3 years, I should have said, man, I should have charged three times as much as on that job. But I was learning, but I love to do it. I was coming home, bringing home money to my family. I was happy. My wife was happy. Happy wife, happy life. And my wife was like, man, you're doing really good. And I wasn't bringing home the negativity. I was actually bringing home happiness because of the jobs that I did. I'll come home and I'll show my wife on my phone, like, look at this job. I cleaned that bed out. I was happy. And she was excited. But it got to a point where I had to turn that off too and spend more time with my family. It's family time from here on out. And that's what I did. I turned it off. After being excited for a year doing it, I had to turn it off and spend more time with my family. And I was able to do that. When I was doing landscaping, did I have frustration? Yes, but it wasn't as much when I was working for somebody else. And plus, I wasn't limited. I hope this inspires somebody. I wasn't limited. I'm going to turn on my truck because it's starting to get hot out here. Run my AC. But yeah, I wasn't limited because I could say, well, I could charge this bed. And the beds that I was charging to do cleanups and the property cleanups that I was doing, I was blown away. I even asked people like, well, since I didn't know, I was inexperienced, I didn't know nothing. And I came in and I asked even some of the clients, well, how much you think to clean up your property? And the client said, well, the last landscapers that we used to have, they quit doing it, but this is how much they charge. Thousands of this, thousands of that. And I'm thinking like, whoa, I was going to charge them this $1K versus $3K that they were. And then I said, well, so what's your budget? We could do the same. And they said, really? You could do a property cleanup for $3,000? And I was like, yeah. And this is my first $3,000, guys, versus me working being a CDL driver for a company was only making $1,200 every 2 weeks. Okay, $1,200 every 2 weeks after taxes, which was okay for a CDL, and it was terrible. 2 weeks, every 14 days, $1,200. So she said, yeah, that's a good deal. And I'm thinking like, man, that is. I could do this faster. And they said, and I asked them, how long did it take the last landscapers to do your property? Oh, it took them like 3 days. I'm like, 3 days for $3,000? Wow, I could do it in 2. And I went and busted out, and actually less than 2, it was actually 2 days to be exact. I busted out and they wrote me a check of $3,000. I was happy. I was like coming home, and I was telling my wife, I was like, hey babe, she said, how did you do on your first property cleanup? I said, it did good. Look at this check. And she looked at it, she saw those zeros. She was like, what? That's more than you make in almost a month. I was like, I know. I can continue to do this. And other landscapers, as time go, other landscapers like, man, I wouldn't have charged $3,000. I would have charged at least $4,000 for that property cleanup that you did, because I take before and after pictures. And what before and after pictures, you got a lot of criticism. One landscaper said, because I post them to get other people to look and see our work. One landscaper said, oh man, I would have did 4,500 and it would have took me 3 or 4 days. But I did it half that because it was my first time of getting that much money. So I was happy. And the client said, oh, we're going to keep you every year. And so the client knew they was getting a deal, and I thought I was getting a deal because I never had that much. So back to me. So when I started becoming a landscaper, me and my wife ended up having 2 other kids. They were foster kids from foster care, DHS. Issue had happened. I'm going to share this with you. And we ended up keeping the 2 kids. And we ended up adopting them 2 years later. Now they have my last name. They under our last name, which is woohoo. We brought in 2 more kids. So with 2 more kids, of course, my income has to go up. So I have to work hard to grow. And the thing is about this, have my own landscaping, well, I'm partner. To have a landscaping company, my partner, he runs the mowing side, I run the landscaping side, which is good. We tried to challenge each other to see who made the most money. I was like, what'd you do this week? Oh, I did this. I was like, oh, I got you beat. And that makes it share my journey with becoming a landscaper, lawn care. It shares our journey of how we grow by challenging each other to make more profit. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So of course after I got years of experience, like 3 years of experience going on, I had to raise my prices. Now I know my numbers to where I said, okay, I could go up a little. I didn't go too crazy. So that property that I did for $3,000, people would normally charge $4,500 to clean up. I actually went up to $3,500 because we got an extra employee. So I kind of bumped it up a little bit, added more, and they were happy. They still wanted us. They still don't want nobody else. So, and I think that's what I wanted to share with you. And some properties that I underbidded myself, and I still underbid because I'm learning every day. But I want to share this journey with you. And about me, I am a believer in Christ. I am a family man and a husband. And I'm going to continue to share this journey to get the inside of my jobs that I do. And I'm even sure some of the jobs that I do, and I'm sure some of the prices. I'm going to get a lot of criticism on some of my prices because I'm still learning. Some people are like, man, I would have did that for $4,000. You did it for pennies. So I'm going to still learn. I'm going to show y'all my journey so you guys will know as well. And so you guys will know what to do. And so you guys will say, okay, he's actually showing us the meat and potatoes on this YouTube. I'm going to continue to follow this guy because he is showing us. And I hope this helps you guys. And I'm going to start doing daily vlogs. Thank you, and please subscribe. And I'm going to upload more videos as much as I can. God bless.